what surprised me is how quickly it turned for Glenn.
Yeah,
I thought Glenn would have more of a honeymoon because of his experience as a player here with you guys. Gase wasn't popular from the day he was hired, right?
true.
That was clear, from and so it only got worse from then. I want to point out, because I was accused of being a Gase defender a lot back in those days. He did go 7-9 in his first season when everyone was screaming to fire him, right? And he lost his starting quarterback for three of those games. So just to point, like that 2019 was light years better than this team. So, but yeah, no, it's this is as bad as I can ever remember it. Because and like watching what the stadium looked like in the last few weeks, the Atlanta game, Miami game, New England game, it was rough. I mean, there was nobody there. And the people I really feel bad for are the people that work for the Jets that have nothing to do with football. Because there's a lot of good people that work here and they think about their lives, guys, right? Think about like they hear about the Jets all the time from, when their kid's soccer game or when they go to the supermarket and someone knows them, right? Like they have to deal with all the crap and like they have nothing to do with the on-field product. And like think about the guys who have to sell tickets. Like their
I
job
was
is to
about to
sell
say that.
tickets. They have to
Following
call
up on
people
them
up. They have
street
to
bet.
call people up and say, "How about buying Jet season tickets?"
Oh, and we're increasing your prices
And
too if
we're
you
in,
are returning a season ticket holder. Don't
right.
forget that.
Like how and that's not their fault. The guy's call
No.
making the calls.
No, of course
So
not.
like it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I mean, I hope it turns for you guys at some point because
I
it's
look,
just tough.
I hope it turns for us, and I hope it turns for draft prospects wanting to come here to New York as well. Because I've heard,
Can I
Kaz.
hit that one too? Can I
Yes,
hit
I
that
had
one
to
quick?
finish up on it, Kaz. I had to.
He threw him the softball. There he is.
I mean,
If you're representing Dante Moore, for as with the Raiders, you have an organization steep in history with an owner whose father steep in like entrenched in the great history of the NFL, trying to do the right thing, misguided at times, brings in Tom Brady, who can be a source of like helping, although this first go round was not pretty. But how much did Tom like I feel like next year with a new coaching staff, as we all presume, Pete Carroll will be out and there will be a new staff. Would you or would you not, as the representation or the representative, the rep for Dante Moore, kind of reach out to the Raiders and say, hey, my client's trying to make a decision. We can live with going to 30 of the 32 teams. Maybe it's 31. I can't allow him to go to the New York Jets. And I realize in 2027, maybe he's the seventh pick or the fifth pick, or maybe he's the first overall pick, and the Jets have all that ammo and they can get him there. But I can't allow him to just. He's got an opportunity to go back to Oregon, probably make the same amount of money that he's going to make in his rookie contract. Phil Knight will make that happen. So I can allow my client to go back to Oregon and have another season with a new offensive coordinator because Will Stein's going to Kentucky, or you can pretty much promise me that he's going to be the number one overall pick. Is that so far-fetched? Because I know
it's not, but we're
not one single player in this entire draft, unless they grew up a Jets fan or have some kind of family tie, wants to be a New York Jet.
I respect the hell out of Todd McShay. I like him. I talk to him. I've always liked his evaluations on when he was on ESPN and now, after ESPN. But that's ridiculous to say like people don't want to come here. Draft picks don't want to come here. Draft picks want to get drafted. And oh, what they want to go? He wants to go to Cleveland. Like the Browns have been better. Like, guess what, guys? If you're drafting in the top five, you suck. Like, unless you traded up there, you suck. And there's issues with your franchise if you're in the top five. There are issues. And guess what? In 2027, the teams drafting in the top five are going to have issues. And in 2028, the guys, so like this
Yeah.
idea, like, oh, he's going to go back to a school to avoid the Jets. Like, no. Like, we've seen that twice. We've seen guys try to avoid teams twice in the last 45 years with John Elway and Eli Manning. It doesn't happen. And I
Peyton,
thought that was
Peyton with
silly.
Bill Parcells in the Jets
But
too.
that was different, though. That was different. So what Archie has always said is that if they asked Parcells, is Peyton going to be the number one pick? And Parcells wouldn't guarantee it. And they said if he had guaranteed it, Peyton would have come out.
Ah,
Or that's the legendary tale, right? So
mm.
yeah, but Parcells would not guarantee he was going to be the number one pick. So that wasn't necessarily how he's avoiding the Jets. I also think I was watching college football heavily at that time, and I remember Peyton like really genuinely loved college, and he loved being there, and so I think he wanted to go back for other reasons. So I don't think he was avoiding the Jets. But obviously, Eli avoided the Chargers, John Elway avoided the Colts. But I just think it's silly, and I know now this gets thrown on. Well, NIL. Well, NIL is applicable if you're a fourth round pick or a third round pick, but I think the guy I'm forgetting his name. He's going to Texas Tech now from Cincinnati. He was the number one quarterback in the portal. I think they're saying he got $5 million to go to Texas
CJ,
Tech.
right?
He's the number one guy. Sorsby, I think it is. I think it's
Yes.
Sorsby. He's the number one guy. $5 million. And I listened to a great college football podcast. Dan Wetzel and Pete Thamel do, and they were talking about the other day that in the transfer portal now the quarterbacks are going to get $5 million. The best non-quarterbacks will get $2 million in NIL. That's
Yeah.
the market you're talking about. The number two pick will get $34 million the day he signs his name on a contract. Think about 34 million signing bonus, guys, right? Like it might be split in two, but you're going to get
Yeah.
that money the day you sign. NIL's not competing with that. Like even Phil Knight's not competing with that, right? So yeah, I just thought that was irresponsible. And then there's the layer that Todd McShay is really good friends with Joe Douglas, and like, is he just crapping on the Jets because of that? But I don't know. I don't know that part of it, but it's I thought that was stupid.
Kaz's reply went viral. He
Yes, it did.
ratioed him, man. I like that.
Fans were loving it, Kaz, and they were eating it up because
Oh, good.
whenever someone goes after the Jets and you defend, even though you're not technically defending the Jets, you were just stating, "Hey, look,
Jets. Like,
this
it's
is
silly.
stupid. It's
It's
stupid and silly."
And
to even-
like the guys
Mind
are an
you,
easy the Jets are an easy target,
yeah,
right? I get it. They're an easy target. And they've brought that upon themselves in so many freaking ways. But like this thing is just dumb because oh yeah, he no, he'd rather go to the Arizona
no,
Cardinals.
the
Like
Raiders is what he's talking about. The Raiders who have six
Oh, the
coaches
Raiders. Yeah.
in 6 years. Think about that. Six coaches in
Yes.
6 years.
They're a
That's
complete
where he
mess.
wants to go.
And the
Yeah.
worst offensive line probably in football, to be honest. They can't block anybody out there.
Yeah, yeah. And like, by the way, guys, too, like you're a draft pick. You just want to play in the NFL. Now, I don't know Dante Moore's family dynamics at all. Sometimes there's fathers involved who are like, do I really do I should my like I've actually gotten calls before from fathers of draft picks asking me about the Jets organization. And like, so I know this is true. And sometimes they are, but they're not going to manipulate things, but they just might be like a little skittish about the organization. Those are guys that are, sometimes our age or in that, that are like that have seen it, but college kids and like also most of them, and they should be like this. They're so cocky, they think they're going to come here and change everything, and that's how it should be. Like how so stupid.